Eek!
Whoa!
They just blunder into each other. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost.
I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So, is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's desire, knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50. Even me!
Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Oh.
Boss for a day.
But guess what? You got permission from Gant, so you're the boss for the day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this.
Scene of the stabbing.
Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. Okay, we might as well talk. Boss for a day.
So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for the day?
That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department.
But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings?
They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, detective? Haha, of course. I'm a detective, after all. They gave me a locker that only I can open, pal.
Only you can open?
I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens.
So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, huh?
They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in the court today.
Maybe I want to get a robe or something.
Yeah.
Do you know what it is? I think it's because you put the house on cool when we still
I
need
turned
on
the AC
heat.
on, and we're still getting used to this house's AC system, so
It's one of those things where it gets sweltering hot during the day
evening.
when the sun is beaming on it.
Yeah. But as soon as the sun is down, it was still really warm in here, but now that residual heat's
Do you know
gone.
what that means?
Yeah?
Bad insulation.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do against, like, the western sun beating down on the house. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Edgeworth. Maybe we can get him to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand.
Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint.
Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own.
Oh. Wait. So, if that wasn't Goodman, they wouldn't be able to access the locker unless they had a hand.
Yeah, but Goodman's not missing a hand.
And it wasn't like someone just cut off the fingerprint. Ew, that'd be
Yeah, that would have also
gross.
been very noticeable.
Uh-huh. Funny, they look like normal lockers.
These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see?
The handles?
On the other side of the handles is a sensor. And if the wrong person touches it,
Zap! You get a shock.
if that's what happened, my hand wouldn't be black and smoking. My hand would be black and smoking every day.
Wait a minute. Is that what happened to Meekins? Did he get electrocuted?
No. He's saying if that's actually what happens, his hand would be black and smoking.
Which is what I'm getting at.
I think he was implying that he screws up often.
No, I'm saying that Meekins blacked out and he has a
maybe.
completely bandaged hand.
True.
So was Meekins electrocuted? Like, could the perpetrator have grabbed Meekins' hand and shoved it into a locker
Maybe?
to knock him out?
I don't know.
And Meekins has a really injured hand right now.
In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks.
Yeah, only the assigned detective's prints can unlock it. Indicator lamp lights up when it's open.
Will you take a look at this? This is the ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So, it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa!
Well, what is it?
That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth.
What? IDs have all entered. We're adding to the list.
Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room?
So can we see where it was?
So he came in at 4:40.
Mm-hmm.
So Gant came in first, followed by Edgeworth, followed by... Wait, which one of those is Meekins then? Is Meekins 4989?
That would be interesting, but well, whoever came in killed the Goodman or the Goodman, I don't know, and then they came back.
That's really
for some
odd
reason.
timing, though.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Because no, Bruce Goodman died early. The even 450 isn't possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whoever the 450, 514, and 514, none of those are Goodman. Goodman was already dead at that point and in Miles Edgeworth's trunk, because it's a 30-minute drive from the police...
was the body technically transported around 440 then?
Yeah. Yeah, so when Edgeworth came in, got whatever evidence it was, or did whatever he did, and
he got in his car, but someone put the body in there?
Yeah, the body was probably already in the trunk when he was in the evidence room.
And then someone staged a quote-unquote other Bruce Goodman so that it would confuse the case.
Proposition Goodman is Meekins. Oh, that's not that helpful.
Okay. Anything else that we can ask him? Or are we just gonna look at stuff?
You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents.
No, the police department lacks faith in its lock system.
After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Oh, but at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office.
Say nothing.
Yep.
Can we start spraying?
I'm just presenting random things. See?
Oh, okay.
Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. Bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case.
Can you show him the parking stub, maybe? Oh.
That's the photo that Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened.
16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Yes. I don't think this man has aged since he was 10. He just, not exactly came out the womb like that. Came out the womb in a trench coat, that's for sure. Proposition, Blue Badger's Meekins. Possibly.
Oh, so
Okay,
it's
I
repeating the
figured that's
dialogue
why.
because you can show one or the other.
This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always misunderstood, pal.
Art?
He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony, but There were a lot of people coming and going after the ceremony. But they took the blue badger away for a while.
Huh.
Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful! I toiled night and day! I sympathize with the Detective Gumshoe, but I can see why they moved it. Oh. Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car. Stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, somebody really did. Someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations.
I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you about it later. I think we already heard this one.
Yeah.
That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Detective, here's my attorney's badge. You show that to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge. Enough said.
I wish I had a badge. Even an ID card would be nice.
You have one.
Now we do.
I'm just categorically going to,
Please, let's examine. Wow! Look at this big pile of junk in the corner.
It looks like a car door.
There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame.
Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away.
Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing.
He's been shot square in the forehead.
Better him than us. What about the cloth hanging out?
Oh yeah.
Or that? This place is stuffed with evidence. Stuffed with dreams.
I'm not so sure about the dreams.
It won't open.
Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security's high-tech around here. There's something sticking out of here.
Looks like a shirt. Guess it must be evidence for some case.
I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was opened recently.
How do you know?
If you leave things just hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence?
Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too.
I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt under that trench coat either.
I mean, we already know that he probably, cuts his chin while shaving? Is that what that bandage is for?
Probably. If you're gonna talk behind somebody's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here.
What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is.
Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector, the one that led to solving that case out in Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, it feels like it was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it'll come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? Can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart.
A bug machine?
Bug sweeper, so like...
Well, I know, so to find
I want to say that
receiver?
might be important in, like, the next game.
What's the paint up there? Or paint everywhere?
Yeah, dunno.
Oh, there's blood off. Yeah, obviously
What's
some blood.
this, blood?
It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. And notice how it's on the right hand. Meekin's left hand was the one that was injured. And it was Lana's hand on the right side that was injured.
Yeah.
Was Lana in here at all at one? That doesn't make sense.
That'd be weird. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off.
Mr. Wright! What if there are bloodstains left, all of the other bloodstains left in the room?
We should use our testing fluid to check it out. Can't check that paint.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit.
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker.
Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
No, that's true.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
That's what they meant by cleaning up. Oh, hey, that's another SL... Wait, that's another piece of evidence from the SL9 incident, and it's just left there? Someone left a glove here, but only one.
Detective Gumshoe, maybe. There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? You mean SL9? It does have a tag on it.
Yeah, a rubber glove.
Extremely thin rubber glove.
Oh, broken bits of something? But what? Wow! Someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces.
Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Making me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case.
The case?
The SL9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Take a closer look. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke.
You want to try to put it back together?
Ah, good luck there, pal. That's no job for amateurs. I spent good 3 hours on that before I had to give up.
That's why I always carry around a tube of glue.
Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place.
Is it a vase? Ooh, nice. A puzzle. It's definitely jagged.
This
oh,
one.
Yeah, that one. It has sort of like a flat edge on one side, but can you go further to the left? Can you also rotate the pieces, perhaps? There we go. Whoa. Or, no. That one looks good.
No.
Oh, no, it doesn't have that ridge in it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe let's check the... Oops,
That's the one.
that's it. Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's the one with the notch in it. There we go. That has a notch. So it's a vase with handles.
I'm good at this.
Now, are those red dots blood?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So there's a part of it
Piece
missing? Yeah. Huh? Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing.
Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it.
Were some pieces stolen?
I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar.
I kind of understand how it got broken. Oh, because it's on such a tiny little... Unless it's upside down. But that's weird. No, the opening was definitely at the top. The unstable jar. What is the saw and paint doing in here?
Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression.
He made it in the evidence room? Really?
Yep, he did.
True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint there.
Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room. put these pieces together, it makes a jar.
There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? And two, why does it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke.
Make sure to remember that next time I make a jar. I think we're
Okay.
good.
Blood then?
Blood.
Luminol.
Jesus Christ, we have a lot of evidence. Blood. More blood. Spray Gumshoe.
Oh, a ton of it over there.
Yep, I think we found out where he died. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, Detective? Ah, pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman. It was actually an alien.
This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. Oh, something bad
I'll
happened?
make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. So, the person who pulled the knife on Meekins didn't want to see Goodman dead. On the ground, probably.
Mhm. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint.
What? What's the matter, Detective? This locker, it's mine.
It's yours.
Please. You have to help me. When they come take me away, promise that you'll testify that I wouldn't hurt a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police.
What? But you're a detective.
I need all the blood. I just want the paint to be covered in blood or some really goofy thing. He's like, yeah.
Okay, let's go to the left side of the room then.
Slide.
Ooh.
Also, right handprint.
Mm-hmm.
The other half of it, to some degree.
Why am I getting a reaction here?
There's no reason for the murderer to touch this spot if he fled out the door. This might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal.
What, this? It's called Luminol testing fluid.
Where'd you get your hands on that?
Huh?
I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma?
I always buy it by mail order.
Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. I really want there to just be some, like, wildly, like, unnecessary details somewhere. Doubt I'm gonna get much else.
The door? In the wall, maybe? No?
It'd be pretty bad if we ran out of this stuff.
Limited use.
Okay. Talk SL9 incident. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. Serial
Ooh.
killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him.
And this was 2 years ago?
That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight, and started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. His last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is.
Huh? What do you mean?
Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 case. SL9 incident, see?
So, that switchblade knife.
The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey, pal, look at the time. Is there something you need to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give them my report for the day. What is that?
It looks like a menu for a restaurant.
For one hell of a restaurant. Look at that dude. Might help, you know?
Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer?
One that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later.
Just to foil everything.
Probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too.
Mm-hmm.
Present. Assuming no dice, yep.
Did you show the glove then? Is that what it out?
Yeah, he might not
Or the
have anything
pot?
to say, which is frustrating because he knows about this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I really wish in this, like, this guy would straight up just take interest and be like, holy shit, like, you're solving my case. I am helping. Sadly, no dice.
Not unless he's potentially involved.